Car batteries are supposed to last 3 to 5 years, yet many die much sooner. Not because they were bad, but because drivers quietly kill them with everyday habits. In Japan, mechanics use simple battery care steps that can extend battery life significantly. In this video, I'll show you the habits that drain batteries fast, and the smart fixes that can save you money, stress, and roadside embarrassment. Let's get into it. Method number 13. Tighten the connections. What looks like a bad battery is often something far sneakier. Why? Because if the terminals are loose, the power cannot get out cleanly. That means weak starts, slow cranking, and a battery that keeps getting blamed for a problem it did not create. This is one reason the Japanese method starts here. Japanese mechanics do not wait for the car to struggle. They check the battery connections early, and often because even a slight wiggle can raise resistance. And resistance is bad news. It creates heat, wastes charging power, and makes the alternator work harder than it should. That is how a healthy battery starts aging before its time. Here is the check. Pop the hood. Grab each battery cable near the terminal and try to twist it gently. It should not move. Not a little. Not almost tight. Solid. If it moves, tighten it with the proper wrench until it feels secure. This takes less than a minute, yet it protects charging, starting, and battery life. Small fix, big payoff. That is the Japanese style. Stop the problem when it is still tiny. But tight terminals are only half the battle. Even a strong connection can get choked by the crusty mess building around it. Method number 12. Kill corrosion early. That crust around your battery terminals is not just ugly. It is a warning sign. It forms when battery acid vapor escapes, mixes with moisture, and reacts with the metal at the terminals. That reaction creates corrosion, and corrosion acts like a roadblock. Power cannot move cleanly. Charging gets weaker. Starts get slower. The battery works harder than it should. That is why Japanese mechanics deal with terminal buildup early, not after the car starts acting sick. There are a few ways to clean it. The safest and most common method is a baking soda and water mix. Disconnect the negative terminal first, then the positive. Dab the mix onto the corrosion, let it fizz, then scrub with a battery brush or old toothbrush. Rinse lightly and dry well. Another method is terminal cleaner spray. It is quick, clean, and easy for light buildup. Japanese mechanics have adapted to using the hot water method. They pour very hot water over the terminals to loosen and wash away fresh corrosion fast. In some Japanese maintenance circles, this is treated like a quick shortcut. But here is the warning. Boiling or near boiling water can damage plastic battery parts, seals, or nearby components if used carelessly. So if someone tries this, it must be done with real caution. Clean metal is good. Keeping it clean is even better. Protecting the terminals so the crust does not come rushing back. Method number 11. Seal the terminals. Cleaning the terminals without protecting them is like brushing your teeth and then chewing sugar all day. You fixed the mess, but you left the door wide open for it to come back. That is why the Japanese method does not stop at clean metal. After the corrosion is removed, many mechanics apply a thin layer of protective grease to the terminals. This simple step helps block moisture, acid vapor, and air from touching the metal again. And that matters because those three are the troublemakers that start corrosion in the first place. You do not need much, just a light coat. Dielectric grease is a popular choice. Petroleum jelly also gets used. Some people prefer a terminal protectant spray. The point is not the brand. The point is creating a barrier. That barrier helps keep the connection clean, reduces resistance, and protects charging efficiency. In the Japanese style of battery care, this is how small maintenance turns into long battery life. Think of it this way. Cleaning removes today's problem. Grease helps stop tomorrow's. It is cheap, takes seconds, and helps protect the work you just did. But clean, protected terminals are only part of the story. What you do in the first moments after startup also matters more than most drivers realize. Method number 10. Go easy after startup. Most drivers punish the battery at the exact moment it is trying to catch its breath. You start the car, then boom, AC on, headlights on, blower on high, phone charging, music blasting. That is like making a man sprint right after he climbs out of a boxing ring. The Japanese method takes a smarter path. After startup, give the battery a short recovery window. Let the engine settle for a few moments, Then drive gently at first instead of hitting it with every electrical load at once. Why does this matter? Because starting the engine takes a heavy bite out of the battery. The alternator needs a little time to start feeding that power back in. If you pile on extra demand too fast, the battery stays under stress longer. This matters even more if your driving is mostly quick errands, school runs, or stop-and-go traffic. Those habits already shorten battery life. Adding full electrical load right after startup just makes the battery's job worse. The Japanese approach to doubling battery life is not built on one miracle trick. It is built on reducing strain in small moments that add up over months and years. Start smooth, let the system recover, and then load it. If you really want to stay ahead of battery trouble, the next step is to stop guessing and start measuring. Method number 9. Check voltage early. A battery does not go from healthy to dead in one night. It leaks strength in silence. That is why the Japanese method does not wait for slow cranks, dim lights, or that awful click when you are already late. It checks the voltage first. In other words, it catches the battery while it is still whispering, not after it starts screaming. This is one of the smartest habits in the whole system. A cheap multimeter can tell you more truth in 10 seconds than guessing ever will. With the engine off, a healthy battery should read about 12.6 volts. Around 12.4 volts means it is starting to slip. Around 12.2 volts means trouble is already moving in. Drop below 12 volts and the battery is no longer a little weak. It is in the danger zone, and sulfation may already be chewing away at its life. That is the Japanese edge. They do not guess. They measure early, act early, and avoid the roadside drama later. Check the voltage once a month, especially before long trips or cold weather. It is quick, cheap, and it gives you time to fix the problem before the battery turns into a brick. One of the biggest things that keeps dragging that voltage down is how most people drive every day. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. What comes next may explain why your battery keeps dying years too soon. Method number 8. Stop the short trip damage. Your battery hates lazy little trips. Start the car. Drive 5 minutes. Stop. Start again. Drive 7 minutes. Stop again. That routine may feel harmless, but to a battery, it is death by 1,000 paper cuts. Here is why. Starting the engine takes a big burst of power. On many cars, that means the battery gives up a heavy chunk of energy in just a few seconds. After that, the alternator needs real driving time to put that power back. Not a dash to the shop. Not a school run, real time. Many short trips end before the battery fully recovers, so it stays undercharged. An undercharged battery is the perfect home for sulfation. That is one reason the Japanese method puts so much attention on driving habits, not just terminal care. Japanese mechanics understand that if you keep taking more power out than you put back in, the battery will slowly lose the fight. Week by week, those short trips build up damage you cannot see until the car struggles to start. If most of your driving is local, combine errands when you can. Let the battery get one proper charge instead of 5 weak recoveries. Avoiding short trips helps. The real payoff comes when you give the battery a deliberate recharge on purpose. Method number 7. Take a recharge run. Some parts do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they never get a full chance to recover. That is exactly what happens with repeated short runs and stop-and-go driving. This is why the Japanese method does not just tell drivers to avoid short trips. It adds a fix: the conditioning drive. The idea is simple. Take the car out for a steady 20 to 30-minute drive, preferably at road or highway speed, with fewer stops and less idling. That kind of drive gives the charging system enough time to replace what was lost during startup and low-speed use. It also helps reduce the slow damage caused by partial charging, which is one of the biggest reasons batteries die early. Mechanics in Japan treat this like routine care, not a last-minute rescue. And that is the real lesson here. The system works better when it gets a proper recharge on purpose, not just random short bursts around town. If your daily driving is full of errands, traffic, school runs, or quick store trips, this habit matters even more. One decent drive every week or two can make a real difference in lifespan. Starting power and reliability. A stronger recharge helps, but so does cutting waste. The load you leave on before shutdown and the load you demand at startup can quietly make things worse. Method number 6. Cut the extra load. One of the fastest ways to wear out a battery is to make it do extra work for no good reason. A lot of drivers shut the car off and leave everything ready to attack the next startup. AC on high, headlights on, defroster on, phone charger plugged in, heated seats waiting like hungry little thieves. Then the next morning, the battery has to crank the engine and feed all that extra load at the same time. That is a bad deal. The Japanese method cuts that strain before it starts. Before shutting the car off, switch off the big power users. Then, when you start it again, do not slam every accessory on at once. Let the charging system wake up first. This small habit reduces startup load, helps voltage recover faster, and lowers the stress that adds up over months and years. It sounds minor, but these are the exact small habits Japanese mechanics lean on to stretch battery life. They do not chase miracles. They remove waste. This matters even more in winter, on short trips, or with an older battery, where every extra electrical demand hits harder. Less strain at startup means better cranking, cleaner recovery, and fewer surprise failures. And if cold mornings are where your car struggles most, you need to watch our video Never Start Your Car Like This in Cold Weather, because one bad habit in freezing weather can punish your battery even faster. But some drains do not come from what you turn on. Some keep stealing power even after the car is parked and locked. Method number 5. Watch for parasitic drain. Not every thief wears a mask. Some hide in the wiring. You park, lock it, and walk away. Everything looks calm. Meanwhile, something in the car may still be sipping power like a thief with a straw. That is parasitic drain. A small amount is normal. The clock, computer memory, and alarm system need a little power. But when the drain gets too high, the battery keeps losing charge while the car sits. That can come from a bad relay, a glove box light that stays on, an aftermarket stereo, a faulty module, or even a charger left plugged in. Leave that unchecked, and the battery weakens day by day until one morning it just gives up. The Japanese method takes this seriously, because a battery that keeps getting drained never gets a fair chance to live long. Many mechanics in Japan test for hidden drains before blaming the battery itself. That is smart. A weak battery is sometimes a victim, not the villain. If the car sits overnight and starts weak or goes dead after a few days parked, suspect a drain. A multimeter test can reveal it. Pulling fuses one by one can help track the problem down, because sometimes the battery is not dying from use. Sometimes it is being robbed while standing still. Even when that drain is fixed, there is one more simple habit that helps stop slow power loss. Method number 4. Keep the battery case clean. Dirty batteries do more than look neglected. It can quietly bleed power. Dust, oil, moisture, and acid residue on top of the case can create a weak path for electricity to creep across the surface. It is small, but over days and weeks, that slow leakage adds up. The Japanese method pays attention to this because long battery life is usually lost through little things, not dramatic failures. This is easy to fix. Wipe the top and sides of the battery with a clean rag. If there is grime or acid film, use a little baking soda and water, then dry it fully. Pay close attention to the area between the terminals. That is where leakage is more likely to happen. Clean and dry means less surface discharge, less corrosion, and less stress on the charging system. It is one of those boring habits that saves real money. But clean power is not enough if the whole unit is bouncing around every time you hit a pothole. Method number 3. Lock the battery down. A strong battery can still get beaten to death by vibration. That sounds dramatic, but it is true. When the battery is loose, every bump, pothole, and rough road shakes the internal plates. Over time, that constant movement can damage the plates, weaken the connections inside, and shorten battery life fast. The Japanese method takes this seriously because long life is not just about charge. It is also about stability. Open the hood and try to move the battery by hand. It should not slide, rock, or shift. If it moves, check the hold-down clamp, bracket, or tray hardware and tighten it properly. Do not over-tighten and crack the case, but do not leave it loose either. This is one of those checks most drivers skip until it is too late. Japanese mechanics do not. They know a battery that stays still lasts longer. Once the outside is secure, the next thing to watch is what is happening inside on serviceable batteries. Method number 2. Watch the fluid line. On serviceable batteries, the fluid level matters more than most drivers realize. Inside, the plates need to stay covered by electrolyte. If the level drops too low, those plates get exposed. Heat builds faster, sulfation gets worse, and battery life starts falling off a cliff. The Japanese method treats this like basic upkeep, not an emergency repair. If your battery has removable caps, check the fluid level from time to time. If it is low, add distilled water only, not tap water. Tap water carries minerals that can damage the chemistry inside. And remember this, in normal use, batteries lose water, not acid. So, topping up with acid when it is not needed can do more harm than good. This step does not apply to sealed batteries, but for serviceable ones, it can make a real difference in lifespan. Keep the fluid right, and the internals stay protected. But even a well-maintained battery can lose the fight if the car sits too long without proper support. Method number 1. Use a maintainer when parked. Cars do not have to move to lose power, they just have to sit. That is where a lot of good batteries start going bad. Even with the engine off, small systems keep pulling power. The clock, alarm, computer memory, and other modules keep nibbling away. Leave the car parked long enough, and the charge drops. Sulfation builds, and battery life gets cut short. The Japanese method does not ignore that quiet damage. It blocks it. If the car will sit for more than a week or two, use a battery maintainer. This is not the same as a dumb charger that keeps pushing power non-stop. A maintainer watches the voltage and adds only what is needed. That helps keep the battery full without overcharging it. This matters even more for weekend cars, backup cars, and vehicles stored during certain seasons. Small habit, big payoff. That is the Japanese style. Do the little things early, and the battery lasts far longer than most drivers ever expect. These small battery habits can save you money, stress, and one ugly no-start morning. But if you think that is bad, wait until you see the mistake some drivers make right after an oil change. It is far more expensive and far more brutal. Stop doing this after an oil change. It kills engines fast right now.